Okay, so everybody know those 9 ones? Do I need to go through those 9 ones? Anybody? Don't be shy. Got one. Good. So everybody knows those things, right? Like the back of their hand. Good. Everybody know about the different types of harassment. So do you know what discrimination by association means?
Let's go through it.
Yeah. So direct and indirect.
Let's be clear.
Direct discrimination means I am directly discriminating against you because you're a woman. Simple as that. Okay. Indirect is where I am. So there used to be something with the police force. So you'd only have a certain height restriction to be a policeman or policewoman, and that was discriminatory indirectly because the majority of women, apart from me obviously, are a certain height. So that indirectly discriminated against them. So if you have a policy, practice, criteria, or something in place that excludes a large majority of any of the 9 characteristics that I was talking about, that's indirect discrimination. So you're not doing it on purpose.
Isn't that really broad?
Yep. So there was a case where there was a recruitment drive for a specific area in Liverpool for a job. And that particular area in Liverpool was known for not having a large black number of people. And somebody brought a claim for indirect discrimination because there's no reason that they couldn't have applied for different areas. I don't know why they applied for that area only. Maybe it was within a certain radius or something, but it wasn't a justified reason.
Yeah.
You can only do indirect discrimination if there's an absolute justified reason. So even with the police force, you don't have to be you probably shouldn't be really small, but there needs to be if you have an objective justification, that is the defence for direct or indirect as it goes. Okay. By perception. So I harass you because I think you're gay, but you're not. So you don't even have to have that protected characteristic. Just if somebody treats you as if you have that, that's it. Same thing goes with race, same thing goes with age, everything. All the 9 characteristics, okay? Harassment and third-party harassment. So harassment, do you know the difference between discrimination and harassment? So I'm going to say is no. So discrimination means it's a comparative analysis. I'm treating you less favourably than that person because of one of those 9 reasons. Harassment doesn't need that comparison. I'm just treating you like crap. So, and the way that the definition of harassment is unwanted conduct, and it can be for the purpose or effect, which means I did it on purpose or I didn't do it on purpose, but that's how you felt, of creating or violating your dignity, that's the highest level, or creating a humiliating, offensive, or degrading environment. Now, the lowest bar of that list was offensive. So if I say something that's just offensive, and it's one of the characteristics, that meets that criteria. So remember, a lot of people say, "We didn't mean it. It was just, we were just having a bit of fun." And you can have banter. I'm not saying this isn't the thought police, but the minute that somebody decides to change their mind about it, then that can become an issue. But there's also another test on it, and it's objective and subjective. So subjective means, was that person really upset? That's going to be very difficult to argue against because they're saying that they are. Objective is, would a reasonable person in those circumstances be upset by that conduct? So if there's a history of that sort of behaviour, maybe you're going to argue the objective side. So that's harassment, okay? That's the most common one these days because obviously you don't require any comparison. So basically, in the old days, if I pinched a man's bum and a woman's bum, I can't be held accountable for discrimination because I've treated everybody equally badly. Whereas nowadays, obviously, the harassment will take into account that a woman would probably feel differently. Maybe not, maybe so, but that's how it would be. Third-party harassment is where you send your people out to clients, customers, and let's say which is a very common thing, where they start hitting on you. It's a common thing in my world. And they, not for me, unfortunately. In those circumstances, you won't be held responsible for the first incident. So if the employee comes home and says, Bob keeps cracking on to me, silly Bob, go back there and do it again. If you send them back into the firing line, well, then you're going to be held responsible. Then you're going to be held accountable, and then you're looking at all the harassment claims and all the rest of those sort of things. Okay. Unless you take all reasonable practical steps to stop those things from happening. Have a word with Bob. Tell him to sort himself out. Any questions?